Liver King insisted time and time again that his strict training regimen and raw meat diet were the only factors contributing to his lean physique, with no steroids involved. But who actually believed he was natural? Well, most people who bought into his ancestral lifestyle diet did, but the internet exposed his lies. So why did he lie about his steroid use in the first place? Let's find out. First off, why did Liver King lie? Does eating raw organs like a caveman actually turn you into a lean, mean fighting machine like the Liver King? No, it doesn't. Liver is definitely not king. Johnson said, "I'm part of a statistic," blaming his behavior on his fears and problems with self-esteem. He said that he established this identity as an experiment to spread the word and raise awareness about all the people who commit suicide every day, calling his ancestral way of life the answer to that dilemma. That most people feel like this is just another ruse. Johnson also admitted that he wasn't completely aware of the consequences, saying he was rich and anonymous before social media, and after social media, he's still rich but no longer anonymous. Regardless, Bryan Johnson attracted millions of fans by making false claims about the so-called ancestral diet. Moving on, what's the ancestral diet all about? Bryan Johnson, a strong and sometimes shirtless TikTok celebrity who calls himself the Liver King, gained millions of fans by promoting an ancestral diet that included raw cow brains, bull testicles, and animal livers. Now, Johnson released an apology video, which is a different sort of viral video. In comparison to his earlier repeated lies, Johnson now acknowledges using anabolic steroids. If you really think about it, it wasn't that hard to put two and two together. He's strong, has abs for days and biceps, and a beard like he's a descendant of some Norse mythology god. Unsurprisingly, his appearance helped him grow his fan base almost overnight, and when asked how he got that amazing body, having an ancestral diet has always been the answer, with no mention of steroids in sight. Next up, what made him admit it? After another fitness influencer published a YouTube video disclosing what he said were private emails in which Johnson outlined his steroid routine, Johnson admitted to using steroids. It featured a long list of medications and hormones, such as omnitrope, a kind of human growth hormone, and frequent injections of potent anabolic steroids, including Winstrol, Decadurabolin, and testosterone cypionate. Still, his confession of using steroids didn't come as a surprise to some of his critics. Robert Griffin III, an ESPN commentator and former NFL quarterback, commented on Twitter, "No way you looked at the Liver King and believed he was all natural." In reality, a lot of people did indeed believe him. How gullible has the human race become? According to voter registration documents, Johnson is the owner of Ancestral Supplements, which provides concentrated cattle liver, organs, and bone capsules, as well as other dietary supplements. This year, he said that his business ventures were generating more than $100 million annually in a GQ interview. Can you believe it? Where do we sign up? In August 2021, Johnson began posting as the Liver King on Instagram and TikTok. Since then, he has experienced a rapid rise to fame, gaining more than 1.7 million followers on Instagram and 3.6 million followers on TikTok. That's just insane. He's even appeared as a guest on several popular podcasts hosted by internet stars like Logan Paul, where he always said he was natural. Now for what made him seem believable. He encouraged his followers to live a way of life apparently inspired by our hunter-gatherer ancestors. He advocated 9 ancestral tenets, including regular exercise, exposure to the sun and cold, quality sleep, social interaction, and a controversial diet high in organ and muscle meats, organic pastured egg yolks, bone broth, raw full-fat milk and cheese, fermented vegetables, and wild-caught fish eggs. On his website, he claimed that the ancient primal evolved from eating the entire animal, from snout to tail, horns to hooves. But while we're at it, let's talk about what our ancestors actually ate. Johnson and a number of other fitness celebrities have contributed to the rise in the popularity of meat-heavy diets in recent years, but scientists argue that it's misleading and inappropriate to claim that an ancestral diet is all about meat. According to archaeological evidence, humans have evolved to eat a wide variety of foods, including various high-carbohydrate meals like fruits, vegetables, starchy plants, and honey. With a few rare exceptions, modern hunter-gatherer communities usually consume a lot of fiber and carbohydrates. Mind you, this information comes from Herman Pontzer, a professor of evolutionary Anthropology and Global Health at Duke University, so it's not another lie. Let's talk more about the community Panzer researched. The Hadza, a community in northern Tanzania that has engaged in hunting and gathering for tens of thousands of years, is one group that Panzer and other anthropologists have examined in extreme detail. The Hadza have low incidences of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and other chronic disorders. They eat what some specialists refer to as the world's oldest diet, which is mostly made up of small animals, fibrous vegetables like tubers and berries, and lots of honey gathered from nearby beehives. The Siman, a community of farmers, hunters, and gatherers in Bolivia, is another tribe that anthropologists have spent years researching. The Siman are renowned for having extraordinary cardiovascular health, but like the average American, they consume a diet high in carbs and fiber, including foods like corn, rice, cassava, bananas, fish, and wild animals. There's a lot of cherry picking of the information available to claim that all hunter-gatherer diets or historical ancestors' diets were carnivore-like, consisting mostly of meat and very few fruits and vegetables. Yet there's no evidence at all for that. In reality, humans have followed and continue to follow a wide range of diets. Moving on, do any cultures eat like Liver King? Yes, of course. The Inuit, who reside in northern Canada, Greenland, and Alaska, where it's too cold for most vegetables to thrive, have traditionally had a diet high in meat. Another example is the Maasai, a pastoralist community that herds livestock in Kenya and is notorious for eating lots and lots of meat. But a quick Google search will show you that the people from this tribe look nothing like Liver King. The misleading representation of ancient diets by Liver King and his use of steroids shouldn't really come as a surprise, mostly because working with agricultural or hunter-gatherer societies rarely exposes you to people with fit bodies like his extremely bodybuilder physique. The man is being exposed as a liar, which is a beautiful story if we've ever heard one. It's simple to draw comparisons between his shady behavior and the misleading promotion of ancestral diets. Not to mention, carnivore diets can lead to digestive tract issues. Fitness influencers and internet celebrities have been promoting mostly or entirely meat-based carnivore diets for years on TikTok and other platforms. Unfortunately, there is virtually no published data, according to nutrition experts like Nancy Oliveira, which are really in favor of a carnivore diet. Why? Well, think about it. A carnivorous diet excludes all fiber sources, which can cause constipation and have a negative impact on a person's gut bacteria, the communities of trillions of microorganisms that inhabit our digestive systems and affect our health. If you actually want to be healthy, studies show that eliminating processed foods from your diet can definitely enhance your health, and many people are doing it and getting great results. Not to mention, like animal organs, red meats are a wonderful source of iron and can be very nourishing, as long as you don't overdo it. The body benefits from a variety of various fruits, vegetables, and fiber. So the next time someone approaches you and says you should eat only meat, ask them to try the paleo diet, which includes the consumption of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and other plant-based foods, in addition to fish, eggs, and meat. Finally, how much did Johnson spend on his steroid stack? In his ironically private emails, Johnson stated that he once spent about $11,000 every month on omnitrope vials of human growth hormone. And even though he's apologized, he's going to continue to use steroids because of his insecurities. Before you decide to follow his example, know that, according to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, prolonged steroid usage can result in an enlarged heart, kidney failure, liver damage, an increased likelihood of stroke or heart attack, as well as severe mood swings, irritability, and poor judgment. Consider yourself warned. You should have no reason to follow Johnson because he also confessed that Liver King was a public figure created to go viral as an experiment in order to spread his philosophy of ancestral living, which isn't really true anyway. Even if the Liver King loses his impact, another influencer will take his place, according to Jonathan Jerry, a scientific communicator at McGill University's Office for Science and Society, who actively researches health information online. He's one of several influencers aiming to market the key to weight loss, and there will probably be more like him in the future. But what do you think about this whole controversy? Let us know in the comments below. That's it for today. If you liked the video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content like this. See you in the next one.